Alright. Alright, so where we last left off, I was trying to find a way out of this frickin' pit. A rat. Alright, I can't go any further up. And I'm stuck. Welcome, everyone. I thought I could climb that, for some reason. How the F do I get out of here? Hold on a frickin' second. Hang on.
Looks tight, but I can squeeze through.
How come that wasn't in front of my eyes in the last stream? I spent like 20 minutes trying to figure a way out of there.
Hold for identiscan.
Okay.
One of these again.
Ooh, Rocky Road brownies. That sounds awesome.
Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. Please
Dr.
step inside.
Who's Dr. Sobek? My name's Aloy. What is that place? Whatever it is, it's dark. Jeez, it looks like the Undertaker's lighting when he comes out to the ring.
355,510 days overdue for your meeting with Mr. Farrell. Please proceed to the 35th floor.
Wait. 350,000. That's hundreds of years ago. What's going on?
Dr. Sobek. And that voice is not very, clear. I tried to record a video recipe earlier today. Something went wrong. Oh, I forgot how to drop down for a second. What is a TTV stream? Oh. Oh, okay. I briefly did Twitch when I was taking a hiatus from YouTube back in... I don't know, where could he be? What is this stuff? I'm gonna use my thing real quick. Just see if there's anything close by. Maybe it could be some hints, I don't know. You made a podcast? Honestly, I think they're kind of irritating. By the way, you guys know how popular poultry skin is? Chicken skin, turkey skin, duck skin? How popular that is among people? Well, there's this YouTube chef that actually made chicken skin. I don't know if any other chef has done this before, but this YouTube chef, his name is Nick DiGiovanni. He made crisps out of chicken skin. It looks pretty awesome. There were before you ever came to my streams, Leah. I'm sure you do, Ernesto. I missed you being here frequently. I do like one food review channel, Dame Drops. But overall, as far as food channels go, I prefer cooking. That sounds gross. Wait, people were complaining at the Thor design? Wait a minute. There was a man with a big beard in part of that trailer. I saw the trailer. I tried to do a reaction. That was Thor? Huh. Well...
A Deathbringer. Or a statue of one, anyway. A machine built to kill.
I will admit...
Welcome to Faro Automated Solutions, where all the problems of tomorrow are being solved today. With over 25,000 human employees based in nations and corporate holdings across the globe, Faro leads the world in every sector of self-sustaining, fully automated technology. From revolutionary consumer products close to home, like the Faro Focus, to the dynamic chariot line of peacekeeping robots halting bloodshed in conflict zones across the globe, Faro remains committed to making the future smarter...
Is that gonna repeat itself?
...safer, and always surprising. Faro Automated Solutions. For every problem of life,
That's gonna repeat itself. I will admit that I do think that if that was Thor, he does look a bit downgraded from what he looked like in the secret ending of the 2018 God of War. So I can kind of see why they're mad.
Smart solution.
So they made the Focus. 25,000 people? That's bigger than a tribe.
Gosh dang! That many
They made
people?
machines and devices. I guess those things were common in their world.
We're talking about God of War Ragnarok. The trailer recently came out. I watched it, tried to do a reaction, but I failed because my microphone wasn't on. And I didn't realize it.
What was this place? What were they doing here?
I was turning back. What the? The unknown caller's back.
And they made machines.
Yeah, go on.
I've uploaded some data files to your Focus. They'll help you understand.
Really, what's the news? Wow, good for him. Now I know some of you here get irritated by, people talking about pro wrestling in this chat. Listen guys, keep in mind, that used to be a huge part of my channel, alright? It used to be a huge part of my channel, and there's still people that came here from, watching those videos. And they still like me for the other content I do right now, but remember, that used to be a big part of my channel, and I still love wrestling deep down, even though I don't watch WWE anymore. I kind of lost track of where I was going. Honestly, I really don't like any sports that involve a ball. None whatsoever. I actually used to try to get into basketball like I did with, the NFL. The team I chose, to get into basketball was the Lakers. Because I really enjoyed watching Kobe Bryant at the time. May he rest in peace. Yeah. Yep. WWE fans are the absolute worst fans ever. Not every single one of them, but most of what I've seen.
The air. There's no smell to it. Not even Old Death. Nothing natural.
Yeah, I can't stand the NFL fan base either. That's why I decided not to give, ball sports a chance, because of, how bad I think the fans are. Like, they worship their team practically, and they rub it in everyone's face when they win a Super Bowl.
Another cave-in. But I could get through.
So let me give you guys my rundown of each form of entertainment I know that has the worst fan base. Okay, movies, the worst fan base is Star Wars. TV shows, WWE. WWE's a TV show like any other pro wrestling company. So, video games. At first, I said Super Smash Bros. Melee, but now I think Mortal Kombat is has the worst fan base. That's pretty much it. Oh yeah, and music. The band with the worst fan base of all time, even though they don't exist anymore, One Direction. What the? That was weird. Oh, and cartoon Steven Universe. As much as I adore Steven Universe, the fan base is horrific.
Looks like I can climb here.
Gee. You don't say, Aloy. Honestly, there was only one song. I'm kind of embarrassed to say this, but there's actually one song I like by One Direction that's Drag Me Down.
bet I can use that as a ramp to get back up.
Take your health potion, Aloy. Took a pretty hard fall. What's this? Hang on 1 second. I'll answer that text later.
Welcome to Faro Automated Solutions, where all the problems of tomorrow are being solved today. With over 25,000 human employees based in nations and corporate holdings across the globe, Faro leads the world in every sector of self-sustaining, fully automated technology. From revolutionary consumer products close to home, like the Faro Focus, to the dynamic Chariot line of peacekeeping robots halting bloodshed in conflict zones across...
I'm not listening to that whole thing. I haven't seen much of the MCU fan base. They're doing fine, Ernesto. Anti-Smarks. Anti-Smarks. No question about it. Anti-Smarks. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just look it up on YouTube. Oh, and Smarks too. Both of them. Those two are the worst parts of being a wrestling fan. Well, most old people in general are very stubborn. Not saying that to be rude to them, I'm saying that, you know, from experience. What is that thing? I may have, at the time, but I only called him that because he chose to have Jared Leto in his new Snyder Cut as the Joker. What is that thing? believe it was. Unless it was a certain, like, day where you could. I mean, I definitely know, like, this is pretty much all schools, but, you know, you're not allowed to wear hats. But I don't understand that rule. How come you're not allowed to wear a hat in school?
Welcome to Faro Automated Solutions, where all the problems of tomorrow are being solved today. With over 25,000 human employees based in nations and corporate holdings across the globe, Faro leads the world in every sector of self-sustaining, fully automated technology. From revolutionary consumer products close to home, like the Faro Focus, to the dynamic Chariot line of peacekeeping robots halting bloodshed in conflict zones across the globe, Faro remains committed to making the future smarter, brighter, safer, and always surprising. Faro Automated Solutions. For every problem of life, a smart solution.
Yeah, I think my favorite wrestling match when I was a little kid, you know, like I said before, I think that Extreme Rules 2009 is a very underrated pay-per-view. I really, really enjoy that pay-per-view. Having said that, I loved the ladder match between Jeff Hardy and Edge for the World Heavyweight Championship. I think that was my favorite, you know, childhood wrestling match. Yeah, they did. It was in the end where Chris Jericho took Rey Mysterio's mask off and beat him with a roll-up pin right afterwards for the Intercontinental title. You must have worn some powerful hats, Jacob, because I've never heard of any sort of hat reducing the amount of pain of something falling on your head. Yeah, you're right about that. Kurt Angle was an amazing wrestler, one of the best wrestlers of all time. I say was because he's retired, not because he's dead, because he's not. Now, I only season my steaks with salt, pepper, and garlic powder. It doesn't need any other seasoning. It only needs salt and pepper, really. That's really all it needs. I don't believe in putting loads of different seasonings on a steak and diluting the beef flavor. I already searched that. Yeah, maybe for bald people in the sun, it's the most protection that it offers. Yep, and guess who that jobber was? That jobber was actually Liv Morgan. Before she ended up becoming a star. What is my dog barking at? Must be the UPS guy out there. I don't usually eat anything with my steak. I just have it, you know, just steak. Yeah, as far as steaks go, I've been on a really big kick of filet mignons as of lately. I think you are right now. Then again, I don't know the age of everyone else here. That's bigotry right there, Jamie. Email. I can get that. Prime example, the YouTuber named JRants. He constantly shuns WWE, but he still watches it to this day. And when someone tells him if he hates it so much right now, how come he doesn't stop watching it? He insulted them. I think he has an addiction, honestly. JRants. He's a wrestling ranter. I think he has an addiction to WWE. He has to, because he continues to watch it even though he doesn't like today's product. I'm so confused. Maybe. I was also on a Reddit thread one time where these people were talking about anti-smarks. And there was this one that came across an anti-smark YouTuber who complained constantly about today's WWE product but still watched it. And then the person asked that YouTuber, how come you still watch it? Do you know what do you know what the YouTuber answered with? Reviews on his channel. Yep. Some people on YouTube will do anything to get a lot of views. Even if it means having to sit through something that they don't enjoy. I don't know the name of the YouTuber, by the way. Yeah, like I said, I think Jay Rance has a WWE addiction. It's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like an addiction to maybe, I don't know, a certain alcoholic drink. Like, you know you don't necessarily enjoy it, and you're only well, actually, let me reword that. You know that you don't enjoy it, but you still do it because you can't stop. They hate AEW too. They hate anything that has indie wrestlers in it. Which is basically every single pro wrestling promotion ever right now. I don't necessarily watch game reviews, so I don't know. Yeah, exactly. I have a major problem with WWE's current product. You know what I did? I stopped watching it. For almost 2 years now. Though I still play the old wrestling video games. I think my favorite retro wrestling game is WrestleMania 2000.
Welcome to Faro Automated Solutions, where all the problems of tomorrow are being solved today. With over 25,000 human employees based in nations and corporate holdings across the globe, Faro leads the world in every sector of self-sustaining, fully automated technology. From revolutionary consumer products close to home, like the Faro Focus.
Also, it cuts off when you get away from it. I actually haven't played my Switch in a few weeks right now. I haven't gotten any new games for it yet. I'm thinking about getting Super Mario Odyssey, though. I think I may do either a video or a community post listing my top 5 favorite wrestling games of all time. Because to be honest, I've actually always liked playing wrestling games more than I've liked watching wrestling. Yeah, well, it's Bryan Danielson, his real name now. He's in AEW, going under his real name. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna play out though, because a lot of WWE wrestlers that moved over to Impact Wrestling when it was called TNA, that company ended up going downhill. Oh, I love Breath of the Wild. That game is a modern masterpiece. I can't decide if that or Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is my favorite game on the Switch. I just can't decide right now. I don't know who my favorite character on the Loud House is. Yep, it sure is an abomination. Man, we went from an awesome game like WWE 2K19 to the worst wrestling game ever in WWE 2K20. Yeah, well, I most likely won't be playing 2K22, to be honest with you. Whoa. Missed something.
No
I
room.
can only carry 3 health potions. Screw you. I don't think I've seen that pay-per-view. I don't think I have. I've already searched that supply crate. Yeah, I would like this game a lot more right now if I knew how to get out of this place. I'm kidding, I do like this game so far right now. I haven't played Majora's Mask yet. I have yet to. I do want to play that game. I honestly don't know if I want to play Bloodborne. I heard about how hard it was, and I ended up rage quitting Ratchet & Clank because of how much I struggle with it. I mean, if I struggle with that, imagine how much I would struggle with Bloodborne after hearing about how hard that game was. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 is awesome. Yes, I have heard of that game. I heard it was the hardest video game of all time. Battletoads on the NES. No, I haven't. It's probably because, you know, I'm not really much into getting on Twitch anymore, simply because they ban some words that aren't even hurtful. They banned the word incel. My mind is a prison right now, after going through this thing for so long. Yeah, I've said this before. As far as The Last of Us Part 2 goes, I didn't do a live Let's Play of the game, but I did play it outside of YouTube. I'm very on the fence about it. I'm very on the fence about the game. Because like I said in the community post, I loved, you know, the gameplay and the graphics and the voice acting, everything aesthetically about it. But I really didn't like the story. I didn't like, you know... Mute the chat if you don't want to hear any spoilers for those of you who haven't played it. I didn't like Joel's death, and I didn't like the fact that they made you like the person that killed him, Abby. And I didn't like the ending. Overall, the game for me is like maybe a 5 or 5.5 out of 10. How many times have I gone through the same area so far? Not necessarily. Play it if you want to. I'm just giving you my thoughts. I'm not going to tell someone to stay away from something. Because at the end of the day, it's your decision. But I personally, even though I do think that the first game is very overrated. I like the game, but I do think it's supremely overrated. I personally would rather play the first game. The first video game I ever got as a present for anything? God, I don't know. I don't even remember. I think I remember. It was Sly 3 Honor Among Thieves, I believe. Sly 3 Honor Among Thieves is the first game I remember getting as like a present. Six or seven, I think? 6 or 7? Well, I don't have a favorite DC movie, by the way. I've never really, came across a DC movie that I've really enjoyed. Actually, yeah, I do. I have a favorite DC movie. It's Joker with Joaquin Phoenix. And in my opinion, the worst DC movie is probably Suicide Squad 2016. I can't stand that movie. Okay, well, I'm probably gonna have to find this out in the next stream. I've been going around in circles for way too long now. Post some below, let me opinions on this. If I see you, thumb up, hey, see you, thumb it down. And be sure to subscribe and become a member of the JW faction on a journey to 2,000 subscribers. See you later.